Look at all those apples. There's so many in there. We already picked the bottom ones and they've been falling off, so look at this. That gross one is for the chickens, but they all seem to, well, not all of them, the ones that were on the floor, they all seem to have that little section there where I think the little worms are getting in, or I don't know, something. But we can just chop that off and juice it. But look at this. There's are a lot of good ones still, but I just can't reach them. But my kitty just made me a favor. She jumped up on the tree, and like 4 or 5 of them just fell. So yay. Okay, so this is actually the orchard. It has not been kept up at all. Those are the sweet peas. The seeds have gone everywhere. I mean, they exploded. I meant to catch them. It didn't quite happen. And then the weeding has not been done at all. A little bit in that section, but they're starting to come up again. But I mean, the trees are doing great. The soil is alive, so there's that. We never staked up some of our tomato plants, and this one seems to be a crawler. So he's actually been producing so much. He's been feeding quite a few of us, and he makes the biggest clusters. But yeah, so we've been picking them every day, and now I think he's just trying to refill his little branches. I don't know. And then we still have leafies. It's July now, and look at that plant. So yay. And then those guys right over there, those are pineapple sages. So yeah, I don't think I need any little planters anymore. The apple tree right back there, look at that, apples everywhere. But I don't like any of the apples here except for the one right there, the one that I showed you. That's the only tree I will eat from, really. Also, I think I'm officially the cat lady. Anywhere I go, my kitties follow me. There's one on the tree trying to get me more apples. Look at that. Yeah, so there's that. Okay, and here on the other side of the orchard, look at this. Little pear tomatoes, and they're so yummy. And this plant just has a whole bunch. We have not been able to come around and pick it very often. We actually have to pick it in the morning or in the afternoon. It's so warm most of the time. Okay, so look at this, guys. These little tomatoes. Oh, they're so cool. And we have some big ones too, but I'll show you those later. Okay, so this is what we came up with. We have this guy. There's a whole bunch more coming up, but they're all babies. So that's the only one that was big enough. These guys have a whole bunch of aphids, but that's okay. They're gonna get washed before they get juiced today, so that's not an issue. Let's see. I love my little basket. It's so cute. Okay, and let's see. Oh man. So there we go, a bushel of collards or something, leafy greens basically. One of these guys, a whole bunch of little tomatoes, there's apples, there we go. And these guys are basically just the ones that were ready to pick. They were just already fallen, you know, one of those. The tomatoes are already producing. Look at this. There's this guys. And then there's these little guys. These guys are taking a little while to produce, but they're okay. They're paste tomatoes. John really likes them. I like this guy's better, the yellow pear. Those are nummies. But my favorite ones are the first ones that we saw. These little guys, the little round orange ones. I don't know the names, but yeah, they're really good. And my hands are dirty now. But yeah, look at that. All of those cherry tomatoes that I get to eat. Just, you know, I can put them in my soup or just eat them like that. My apples, most of these guys are gonna go for juicing, but I can eat them raw if I wanted to. But because these guys do have the little spots, we're definitely gonna just juice them. I'd rather eat the ones that don't. That way I know there aren't any bugs inside. Yeah, look at this. So that was just a section of the orchard. The trees are, they're seasonal. The apricot's already done. The pecans are later in the year. The apples are just going crazy right now. So there's a few things. The peaches already got done. I kind of missed that. I meant to record it. It was, oh man, the branches just kept breaking because it was so loaded. But it's okay. I'll get it next year. But yeah. This is it right now, just in a little section of the orchard that we are not keeping up with. As you saw, it's a huge mess. Yeah, that's just doing it all on its own, really. Yeah. Peppers. Look at this. And there's this, guys. We filled up the basket earlier, so we had to go empty it out. But look at this. Peppers, and this guys actually got overwintered, so they started producing earlier, but they are producing so much. It's insane, but in a good way. Always in a good way. And then more pear tomatoes, but this guy doesn't have a lot of ripe ones just yet, but he's working on them. Look at that. Yeah, big clusters. And then, look at this. He has fruits. This guy doesn't have a lot of fruit, but he's trying. This is the nectarine patio dwarf. And then this is the other garden bed. Whew. These guys actually are being taken care of, so these guys are doing really well. Zucchinis. Oh, spiky. Look at this sunflower. He already bloomed, but he was huge. And then cucumbers, lemon cucumbers. These guys are cute. Look at this. They're pretty much everywhere. So yay, juicing time.
That was on the ground.
Oh no, the bugs got to it. Chickens will get it now. Look at this. Woo. And then this is the other garden bed. Look at these pretty flowers. They're supposed to be some sort of salvia, but I'm not quite sure what kind of salvia. I don't know what. Yeah, look at this. So pretty. Hummingbirds like them. There's our little basket of stuff. We have zucchinis, we have cucumbers, peppers, a lot of Swiss chard, some beet leaves, and then look at this. Beans. They're not producing yet because we planted everything late this year. But look at the tomatoes on the other side. They're doing okay. The ones downstairs in the orchard, those are the ones that are ripening faster than these ones. But these ones are healthier plants, and overall I think they might be producing later in the year, but I'm not sure. Look at this. Zucchinis. And the peppers need a shade cloth just because it gets so hot in here. Oh, look at this. Lemon balm. This is great for teas. And there's oregano. And then look at this. Oh, and it seems that the grapes, some of them might be ready, so we might drop by and take a look. See, they're over there, so we might check it out. But in the meantime, it's just beautiful mornings. Look at this. So look at this. It seems that they might be ready. Oh yeah. But see, they still have that thing they had last year, so that means we need to pick them really quick here. They're starting to split, and they're gonna get moldy if we don't. They tried trimming them differently this year to avoid that, so that there would be more airflow, but I don't know. It doesn't seem to be doing much. But that just means we just need to pick them really quick. So yay. Oh man, I'm gonna get to take some of this guys home today. I'm already picking them. And this is only a small part because there's still, it goes all the way back there. And then it goes all the way there too. So all the way from there, all the way here, 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 here. And then it just keeps on going. There we go. Okay, so this is what we just got from the garden beds, and then also the grapes, the ones that I showed you guys. Look at this. But they have a lot of ants right now, so I'm like trying not to touch them too much. And then this, guys, the peppers are doing really well. There's the zucchinis that just kind of showed up. We're not quite sure what variety they are. They're not something that they remember planting. The zucchinis are huge. This one just needed to come off the plant, really. There's a couple more that could be picked, but I don't go through them as fast because, well, there's everything else. Look at this. The lemon cucumbers are really cute. They're spiky, like these little black dots. They're spiky. I'm not quite sure what it is, but they don't hurt or anything. They're just, you know, they just kind of fall off. It's just weird. And then we have Swiss chard and some beet leaves too. Swiss chard's really salty. It's really good with like scrambled eggs or in soup and all that stuff. I love to eat ramen, which is a little weird, but I love adding all this stuff, like this stuff, and these guys are like super crunchy too. Look at this. They're like so crunchy, and they're like not even spicy. This guy's I'm gonna chop up and like just eat right away anyway. But yeah. They're so crunchy. But yeah, so look at this. And this is just the second haul this morning. There are more that I can pick, but I think this is all I can process today. And then, you know, once I get a little bit more time, I'm gonna go ahead and cut all of those, well, not all of those cactus, but just the ones that are ready, because they are ready to be processed too, I think. These are the ones that we picked, all of them, and he came back with a vengeance. Look at that. But yeah, in the meantime, gotta process this. Yay. Look at those sunflowers. They're big. Look at that. And they're actually helping out shade a few things down there. It's, you know, it's filtering the sun nicely out here. The fencing is actually working out okay. The beans in this section are doing okay. They're not doing as well as the ones in the planters. However, these guys will probably do better later because they're in the ground. In the planters, at some point, they're just going to feel that it's too tight in there. But look at this, guys. Overall, they're doing okay. This is one of the bigger ones on the side here. They're all pretty much about this size right now. And leaf miners, look at this. We've got leaf miners in everything, pretty much in all the beans. But they're fine. They haven't gotten to the Swiss chard, so that's, as long as they don't get there, that's fine. And kitties. But yeah, we have a lot of sunflowers. And I love them. They're so bright. They're so pretty. I can see them from my window, and they're just, you know, it's just really nice to see out, to look out and see all this. And look at this. This guy's a multi-headed sunflower, and I thought I planted the same kind of seed for all of them, but I guess not. So, yay. That worked out. Over here, we have a few more sunflowers, which is, these guys are funny because they were in the rose bush here. They were in a planter, so we planted the rose bush here. The rose bush is still getting used to it. He's not necessarily loving it yet, but he's going to. He'll be fine. But there were some little sunflowers in there, and that, you know, they were really sad. They were really wimpy. And then we put them in here, and then they just kind of like, I don't know, they got 3 times as big. I mean, there we go. I think this is the first flower here. So they were all about this height, like all about this height. And now they're quite a bit bigger. So yay. We have more beans here. Most of the stuff here we're not gonna eat, because like I've mentioned before, this is the side garden down here, but the cats, you know, they've basically taken this whole section here, and I don't know where they've gone bathroom, where they haven't, so we're just not gonna touch it. However, it's really good for the soil. Kitty. It's really good for the soil, so we're just growing them, you know, to improve the soil, to make sure that there's greenery around, just to add more shade. And look at this, ever since we installed the little fencing thing here, this guy's doing great. Look at that. He's on both sides. But yeah, he's coming right back, and before he was just dying, so he's doing okay. And let's look up here really quick. Look at that. The archway is actually outgrowing, well, it's growing into the actual doorway, so I'm just gonna have to wrap it around and then just keep at it. But he's growing really well. I don't water him that often, but he's doing okay, so yay. The vinca that was at the base already died, so that's a sad thing. But look at this, they had it on sale at Walmart for like $1, so we bought this I don't know, about 2.5 weeks ago. And then my parents' puppy dog passed away. Well, he was older. He wasn't quite a puppy, but you know. So he got buried here, and we thought he needed some flowers. So we got some vincas, and they're beautiful. They haven't stopped blooming at all. They've actually, they've had this many flowers. When I just got them, I chopped everything off just because I didn't know if they were treated with pesticides in any way. So I chopped all the flowers. I didn't want my bees to die. But everything has just come right back, and it looks really nice. Hi, doggy. And there we go. That's what the front looks like right now, sort of. That's what the side looks like. It's a little busy. But yeah, I'll see if I can do a tour of that. It's just a little clip. We got some cherry tomatoes, some more squash, there's some peppers down below, a lot of apples, some chard. There's still some collards that I could be picking, but I still have some, in my fridge, so I'll wait on that. The tomatoes are producing. I pretty much picked everything today. And we have new sprouts, so we'll see how that goes. And look at this, the apple trees. The apple trees are doing really well. I only picked from one apple tree, so the other ones still have pretty much everything on them. And the pecan tree's looking beautiful. Yeah, maybe we'll do an orchard walkthrough soon. Okay, so we cut down the artichokes a couple weeks ago, I think. And right now, look at this. This is the smallest little flower. It has made seeds. Look at this. Oh, where'd it go? Yeah, they're super cute. And I mean, look at this. They just fly so nicely. But yeah, it's not windy right now, so I'm just really excited. I've never actually seen the whole process for the artichoke, so yay. I'm guessing that because he's the smallest one, he's ready first. I think the other ones are on their way, but I'll see. Like this guy actually had a few that were just ready to fly off yesterday, so that's why I know those were ready. But yeah, so I'm starting to collect those. I did lose a few yesterday, but I'm trying to just keep them under the flap here. Let's see, there we go. But yeah, I just put them in a cardboard box, and they seem to be drying out just fine. I cut down John cut down the stalk, and we don't know if he's gonna come back in any way. I thought they were perennial, honestly. So either way, we're just gonna go ahead and plant some of these guys because we wanted more plants anyway, so we're gonna go ahead and do that. And this time hopefully we'll plant them in places where we can eat them. And then look at this. We have a few cactus things that are producing quite a bit. So that guy over there, he just has not stopped. We've been having a hard time keeping up with him. So a lot of this stuff has been going to my mom. This guy is going to my mom today. However, he's not the only one. These two are not the only ones. I think I'm gonna add one or two more, but the thornless kind. The one that's producing the most right now is this one, and he has a million thorns, and they're really hard to take off. Well, compared to the other ones. So yeah, I'm thinking that for the next ones, I'm just gonna go ahead and do thornless. But this guy just happened to, I had them for a longer time. It's just what I had first. So yeah.